Hello friend. Welcome to MovieMark. Today we have brought you some amazing giant monster movies, which are masterpiece movies forever. Hope you will like them. So let's start today's video. Number 5. Monster Hunter. This movie based on action-adventure fantasy genres, with 5.2 IMDb rating. While on a peril-laden mission to track a missing team of soldiers, hard-as-nails U.S. Army Ranger Captain Natalie Artemis and her elite brothers-in-arms find themselves transported to an alternate universe. There, trapped in a barren desert world rife with formidable adversaries and subterranean sand-dwelling beasts, for the first time, Captain Artemis and her squad are shocked to discover that their otherwise destructive military weapons are now entirely inadequate to take down the enemy. Number 4. Warcraft. This movie based on action-adventure fantasy genres, with 6.7 IMDb rating. Draenor, homeworld to the orcs, is being torn apart by a mysterious force known as Fel Magic. Gul'dan, an orc warlock, unites the orc clans into the Horde, and creates a portal to the world of Azeroth by using Fel Magic to drain the life out of captive Draenei. Gul'dan leads a small warband through the portal to capture and sacrifice prisoners on Azeroth to bring the Horde. Durotan, the chieftain of the Frostwolf clan, his pregnant mate Draka, and his friend Orgrim Doomhammer join this initial warband. When the orcs arrive on Azeroth, Draka goes into labor, and Gul'dan rescues the dying baby, named Goel, by draining the life out of a nearby deer to revive and infuse him with Fel Magic. The orcs raid several settlements throughout Azeroth. Anduin Lothar, commander of the human forces of Stormwind Kingdom, finds a trespassing mage named Khadgar investigating the bodies of the slain men. Number 3. Troll. This movie based on action-adventure drama genres, with 5.8 IMDb rating. As a young girl, Nora Tideman's father, Tobias, teaches her the mythology of trolls and the origin of their local mountains. During one story, Nora almost sees the faces of trolls turn to stone in the rock face. Years later, a drilling operation tunneling through the mountains of Davra results in an eruption and the deaths of several workers and protesters. Desperate for answers, the Norwegian government recruits a diverse array of scientists, including Nora, who is now a paleontologist on her first major find. While the collected scientists initially believe that the eruption was caused by the miners hitting a pocket of methane, only Nora and the Prime Minister's advisor, Andreas Isaacson, point out that the region is surrounded by large impressions that appear to be footprints. Number 2. John Carter. This movie based on action-adventure science fiction genres, with 6.6 IMDb rating. In 1881, Edgar Rice Burroughs attends the funeral of his uncle, John Carter, a former American Civil War Confederate Army captain who died suddenly. Per Carter's instructions, the body is put in a tomb that can be unlocked only from the inside. His attorney gives Carter's personal journal for Burroughs to read. In a flashback to 1868 in the Arizona Territory, Union Colonel Powell arrests Carter with hopes that Carter will help in fighting local Apache. Carter escapes his holding cell, but fails to get far with U.S. cavalry soldiers in close pursuit. After a run-in with a band of Apaches, Carter and a wounded Powell are chased until they hide in a cave that turns out to be filled with gold. A Thurn appears in the cave at that moment and, surprised by the two men, attacks them with a knife. Number 1. Wrath of the Titans. This movie based on action-adventure fantasy genres, with 5.7 IMDb rating. 10 years after defeating Hades' Kraken, Perseus, the demigod son of Zeus, now lives as a fisherman with his young son Helios, after the death of his wife Io. Zeus visits Perseus and asks for his help, saying that humans are not praying to the gods. As a result, the gods are losing their power and becoming mortal, meaning they can no longer sustain the walls of Tartarus which are holding back the imprisoned Titan Kronos from freedom. Perseus, valuing his family's safety, refuses to get involved. Zeus meets his brothers Hades and Poseidon and his son Ares in Tartarus. He asks Hades' help in rebuilding Tartarus's walls, but Hades rejects the offer and attacks Zeus. Ares too, having decided to betray Zeus, attacks his father. Poseidon is fatally injured in the ensuing fight. Hades and Ares imprison Zeus, stealing his thunderbolt. So friends, I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this.